Watch and burn.
Hey everybody. So tonight I'm looking to discuss Bong Ra's, well, see, I absolutely love Spotify for this reason. This is Fiyah. This is the 4-tracker that he released originally back in 2017, but I completely forgot that this bad boy existed. I bought it back when it came out and I seemed to slept on it. I'd listened to it a handful of times, but I kind of forgot about it. And I'm realizing now that how much I love Blam Blam, the third song. And the reason that I have this kind of like new sense of energy regarding it is the fact that he just posted it to Spotify yesterday or the day before. And it's of course being listed as an EP that he released it in 2025. But again, I can't tell you how wrong that is. This EP originally came out back in 2017, but I love Spotify because it has this uncanny ability to sort of charge me up regarding old records that I've forgotten about, that have been sitting in my collection forever. And that's what happened here. I saw that he had a new one. I was like, oh, dude, no way. And I was wondering if it was another old one that he put up, because he put up recently another full length that he did for Sublight Records. I can't pronounce the title. I think it's in Dutch or some shit. It's the one where the dude's holding like the head of a pig or some shit. Well, anyways, it doesn't matter. He just uploaded that to Spotify, and that record came out back in, Christ, I'm not sure, 2007, 2008, something like that. And originally it was released on Sublight Records. R.I.P. Sublight Records. I absolutely loved that record label. There were some, that's a Bong Ra and Sick Boy released Servants of the Apocalyptic Goat Rave on there. That record label was so rad, but that is not what I'm here talking about. I'm talking about Bong Ra's new one, Fiyah. It's a 4-tracker, and he just put it up on Spotify, like I said, and his drums, like his drum sounds, his drum production is so thick and so devastating. And this EP is overall, it's so sinister sounding. It's just like everything else he does. It never sounds tired. It always sounds evil. The drums sound wicked as fuck. Blam Blam hits the minute 20 mark and it's like the catchiest shit in the world. This record is like on fire, just like everything else that he does. And I love how, despite the fact that he's been recording under the name Bong Ra, I believe, since 96 or 97. So he's been doing this for well over a quarter of a century. He doesn't sound tired. His shit always sounds vital and charged up, and it sounds like properly satanic at times, which is like his shit is always got like a touch of sort of this witchcrafty, evil, satanic shit going on, which I absolutely love. And I think it sounds amazing. It works for him. His whole persona sort of has this sort of evil thing going for him, even though I'm sure he's a totally cool guy. And I remember when he got married a bunch of years ago, that wedding sounded like the coolest wedding ever. Like Shit Matt was there, the Venetian Snares were there, they were all performing. And that sounded like it was going to be the best wedding in the history of weddings. But yeah, that was a million years ago, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I was worried at first because this has more of a reggae vibe as far as the album titles and the samples are concerned. I was concerned that it was going to be a little slower, sort of like the Venetian Snares Cubist Reggae, which is the most accurate title ever because it is more traditional sounding, slower, ska influenced reggae, whereas it is perfectly Cubist too in its own way. Like honestly, like for anybody that doesn't know, Cubism is an art movement where people will take things, like it'll take a traditional, what would be a traditional painting of somebody sitting and eating something at a table or some shit, and they would break the person down to their simplest geometric forms. Like, you know, their head would be a circle, their body would be, their torso would be a rectangle, their legs would be skinnier inverted triangles or whatever. Same thing would go for their arms. And Cubist Reggae, the record by the Venetian Snares, fits that so perfectly because it's like he broke the music down to its simplest geometric form. If you get what I'm saying, you'll love the record. If you don't, you won't love the record. If you can see what Aaron Funk did with Cubist Reggae and you can see it through the eyes of Cubism, it makes the record even cooler, but it was slow. And that was my concern with this. But no, this record is pure fucking breakcore insanity. It's catchy, it's fun, it's memorable. And I'm telling you, the minute 20 point on Blam Blam, it just fucking fires me up. And it like reminds me endlessly why I'm so into Bong Ra and why I've been into Bong Ra since fucking way back. And I discovered him a million years ago. I think I discovered him through Sublight because I think I took a chance and I bought the Servants of the Apocalyptic Goat Rave without knowing what it was, just because I liked the cover. And I think that's how I got introduced to him. I don't really remember. It was a million years ago and I'm really old. What else did I want to say about this? The drums again. Oh my God. Like, I don't even know what to say. The best part is that there's 4 songs and it comes and goes in approximately 15 minutes. And every song is killer. Because, you know, when it comes to things like EPs, if there's only a handful of songs, like there's 3 or 4 songs, and all 3 of them or all 4 of them don't hit, it destroys the EP because of its lack of length. Whereas if it's a traditional full length and there's 10 to 15 songs and you don't like a few of them, yeah, that's fine. Because you're more than likely going to end up loving 8 or 9 of the other ones, and that's going to make the whole thing worth it. But with an EP, especially a shorter EP, and this one again is 15 minutes, if every song doesn't fucking like just hit like a nuclear bomb, it pretty much destroys the EP. And that is not what's going on here. He sounds as fucking energized as ever. Now, again, this is not new. This was released back in 2017, but it doesn't matter because even by 2017, the fucking guy had been recording under Bong Ra for a million years. So the fact that he didn't get tired sounding like, unfortunately, I found with some of his contemporaries that sort of happened. Even like Aaron Funk's newer stuff, like the Venetian Snares, it doesn't seem to have that same sense of being essential like Funk stuff used to be. He seems almost more complacent now. And I feel the same way about Square Pusher's newer stuff. It's good. Like, he really knows what he's doing, but it just lacks the intensity and sort of the drive and the determination that his older stuff used to have. But not with Bong Ra. This guy is fucking evil, chaotic, breakcore madness that is catchy, memorable, and fun. And again, I'll say one more time. Hit the 120 mark on Blam Blam. That fucking song takes off from that point, and it's like the best thing in life. And I think that's everything I wanted to say. So I'm going to get out of here because the air quality is starting to fall apart. And yeah. So like always, thank you so much for hanging out with me for almost 7 minutes while I discussed Bong Ra's new EP, Fiyah, which was originally released back in 2017, but he just posted it to Spotify a couple of days ago. Like always, if you like this review or you like this EP, don't forget to go and do something nice for somebody. It's simple. Hold a door for somebody or give $1 to charity the next time you're at Walmart. I know they use it as a tax write-off, but I'm pretty sure that Red Cross gets the $1. So do that. But most importantly, like always, never forget that the world is a fucking way better place because you are in it. You matter. You don't suck. And whatever you're going through, it's going to get better because you kick ass. I'm getting out of here. Have a good night.